Here comes Grim.
Hello, lovelies. Yeah, I'm still sick, so audio only, so you can't see what a mess I look, and so I can edit out any coughing that happens along. But I have a story for you, because I was visited by the Plod last night. Picture the scene, if you will. Mr. and Mrs. Grimm are sat on the sofa watching the latest episode from the new series of Lucifer. Not feeling particularly well. Mrs. Grimm's better, I'm not. When suddenly, because we live fairly close to my mum, she appears at the door, all flustered, saying the police are here to see you. I'm unwell, have heard no knocks on the door or whatever.
Open up! It's the pigs!
My mind instantly starts racing, wondering why the hell the Plod have come to my door to ask me about something, surmising fairly rapidly that it's probably some teenage scrote trying to swat me. Well, I guess the British equivalent is just bother me by wasting police time. Or that perhaps I had tangentially mentioned Islam in some kind of argument online and, they were here to take away my internet license or something.
Open up, it's the pigs!
So I haul my sweaty, feverish body out of the couch and go to the door to see what's what. There's a couple of policemen, not community officers or anything, proper Plod. The full tactical vest, the belts and everything. They've come all the way from Tadley. So why are they there? They then laboriously explain to me that they are here to deliver a letter. A warning to me because I had tried to import an offensive weapon. It takes me a while to figure out what's going on because I'm sick. I mean, you have to also figure into all of this to really understand the situation, that I have the shakes, I'm sweaty, my hair is all matted. To all intents and purposes, I look like a strung out heroin addict because of this flu. And here's the police at my door telling me off for importing weapons. So it takes me a while through my flu-addled brain to figure out what the fuck they're talking about. And it is true I did try to import something, but I had no idea that it was illegal at all. So we just have a nice chat, I turn on the charm, everything's hunky-dory, but if I try to do anything like that again, I'll be in more serious trouble. So, what happened? Well, the backstory is that some time ago I went to see my friends in Reading, not last time I went, but the time before, and had something of an encounter that I didn't tell anyone about because I didn't want to make anyone feel like they had a fuss or had to worry or anything. A rather shaky gentleman with a knife tried to shake me down for my money. I didn't actually have any on me, but he wasn't listening. And yeah, it could have turned nasty, but I got lucky in that a couple of other people turned up on the path and the geezer scarpered. Nonetheless, that kind of put the wind up me, and I thought, well, if I get cornered like that, in a situation where I can't just run away or I can't just give him my money because I didn't have any, I would like to at least have the option of something to defend myself against a knife or to intimidate him, make him go away, show that I wasn't such an easy mark. Normally, just give them the money or run away, because it's the safest, best option, quite frankly. It didn't shake me probably as much as it should, but probably because I am dosed to the eyeballs on various psychiatric drugs that rather dull my emotional reaction to things. So it was a kind of calculated decision to order something. I did some thinking. I'd seen security guards and so on with these batons. They do that intimidating thing where they snap out. So I decided this will be my self-defense weapon of choice. So I ordered one, the cheapest one I could find that had a reasonable amount of reviews, including reviews from Britain, and settled in to wait for it to arrive, and frankly forgot, because it's been such a long time, because it has to be shipped all the way over from China, and of course apparently it got intercepted by customs and excise, and then they had to decide to send the police out to see me, and then they had to find the time and all the rest of it. So I'd actually forgotten I'd ordered this thing. But it turns out they're not legal. You have to be specially licensed to have those. Yeah, I figured knives, fair enough. I didn't want a knife. I knew knives were illegal for people to have. But a club, a specifically non-lethal weapon, I had no idea. Fortunately, the Plod believed me on that. But that's where I went wrong. I didn't check up on the rules. I just went by what I assumed to be common sense knowledge and familiarity with British law on this. Well, that was a mistake, I guess. So, where I went wrong was not checking what was legal, and it turns out nothing is, basically. If you pick up anything, even a stick from the side of the path or whatever, as a tool to defend yourself during an attack, that can be deemed to be a weapon, and you can get done for using it. So the best options remain give in or run away, which, like I said, would be my normal options. But yeah, you can't have batons or anything. Fair enough, I guess. But where I went wrong was not checking, I suppose. Now, after this, I got curious because I'm a contrarian. Don't like authority particularly much. So if you tell me I can't do something or can't have something, I tend to buck against that. I didn't intend to buy anything, obviously, after all this fuss, but I went looking to see what was legal, what you could get away with. And frankly, it's nothing that is actually designed as a self-defense weapon, with the exception of martial arts equipment, which isn't exactly concealable. Nothing is legal. What is somewhat legal are some rather dubious dual-purpose self-defense items. So there are things like snap-out weighted selfie sticks for your phone or camera, which can double as a tactical baton. Those are apparently legal. There are heavy necklaces and things that double as self-defense chains. It's a little bit too deadly for me. I think you could seriously do someone some life-altering damage with one of those, so I wasn't particularly keen on that. One thing that really caught my eye is this unbreakable tactical umbrella. I've seen enough Hong Kong cinema films and Jackie Chan movies to know that an umbrella can be a truly deadly weapon. And maybe I'll pick up one of those and learn some baritsu at some point. But yeah, if you want something for self-defense in Britain, it better be dual purpose. So a heavy tactical flashlight, or something that doubles as jewellery, provided it still doesn't have a blade. Or a bulletproof umbrella that's so strong you can span it across a gap and stand on it and it won't snap. So where am I now? Yeah, it was a moment of weakness, I suppose. My position on self-defense hasn't particularly changed. I wouldn't want a gun. I wouldn't want a knife. I understand why these things are controlled, even if they take it to a ridiculous extent. But non-lethal weapons, things like pepper spray or batons and so on, I don't really understand why they're constricted to the same sort of extent. So it hasn't really changed my position on self-defense and weapons and so on, but it's just kind of brought home exactly how stupid it all is. Wasting 2 police officers' time to travel all that way to come to me and deliver me a letter and a warning not to do it again strikes me as an enormous waste of police time. Plus, it's scary when you look like a strung-out drug addict and you have to answer the door to the Plod. Zang.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die.
Pum 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 pum